ladies, not today. She made a 34-minute expose about Princella the Queenmaker, saying that Princella is full of hypocrisy and contradictions, and just like these black men, they always playing in your face. So let's go ahead and play the video. I'm gonna tag her too because we love you. You're triggered. We love Princella too. Okay. I'm gonna do what your trigger do. Disclaimer: I don't know anybody in these videos. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commentating, like I'm doing now, news reporting, scholarship, and research, which I'm also doing now. Fair use, which I'm trying to do now, is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might be otherwise infringed upon. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get to it. Shout out to Michelle Obama. Let's go.
With another triggering topic. Now, I know I say this often, but this may be one of the most controversial videos that I've ever done. I've tried to stay away from speaking about this person because I know that they have a very scary and delusional fan base. And truth be told, I ain't really want to have my comments flooded with the BS. But
damn, I mean, I was around Princella for months, and I was able to absorb a great deal of her audience for a month and make a great deal of money. As you guys know, last year I reported like 33,000, which isn't a lot of money compared to other big YouTubers. But at the end of the day, I am very grateful to Princella, to be perfectly honest. I'll say that personally. I don't agree with everything she has said, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't agree with everything I have said. However, when it came to someone who was helping me feed my actual child, put money in my kid's pocket, yeah, I'm gonna say I rock with Princella. That shit. Let's keep going. I don't think that her fan base is completely delusional. I think that's a little harsh.
honestly, I feel like it's been a long time coming and I can no longer be silent. Now, if you've been following me for a long time on TikTok and you listen to my lives, then this probably won't come as any surprise to you that I truly believe that Princella is a grifter. And like a whole lot of content creators, it's very easy to see that Black women are an extremely easy target for grifting, especially the first grift. The reason being is that Black women are disrespected, dehumanized, degraded, and feel powerless and silenced. So, when there is someone that pretends to see Black women and truly hear them, then they already know that Black women are going to respond with their money, with their support, with everything, because they're like, wow, I never hear anyone uplift me. I never hear anyone speak about me. So
I'm not. So as a black man, a married black man to a black woman with black children, I just want to say this. I don't want to disagree with what she's saying, but it's almost like she's saying black women cannot think for themselves at the same time, or oftentimes she's trying to make it seem like black women would just acquiesce to anybody who is saying anything that's nice to them. I think if it was that easy to trip and slip up black women, then we wouldn't have a group of men in the manosphere and the passport bro movement who feel like they don't have access to women. So me being, who I am, the simp God, right? I have to stick up for women right now. I have to say that if women are actually making the choice to go out and participate in what Princella, I believe, called the arc, those women that I met over there were extremely intelligent. They all had extremely good jobs, great lives, made their own choices. They were their own bosses. They acted in a full autonomy. And I think that should be respected. I don't think that they automatically just run to anybody that uplift them, because we've seen plenty of black men do that and get absolutely no result. They don't get the result that Princella do. So I think the fact that she speak a lot of intelligence, she breaks down. For example, I remember when black men came on my panel when Princella was here, and they were trying to say that black men were the seed, that we carry the seed, when it's actually women who are the seed. We're more like the fertilizer. She broke it down in a scientific way that even right now I'm incapable of doing. I think that that type of intellect draws women in more than anything else with Princella. That's my genuine opinion about her. But let's continue.
Let me gravitate towards this person. And then oftentimes, when there is someone that pretends to see black women, they oftentimes use extremist rhetoric that may speak to something in the disenfranchised black woman. And they have to speak something extreme to get the black woman's attention, to make the black woman feel as if this person really, really, really sees and hears them.
Do y'all agree with this in the chat? Do y'all think that black women who speak to other black women are extremists? That they have to go to the extreme in order to get these black women attention? Because when she said that, I think about people like Cynthia G. People thought that Cynthia G was extreme because she said don't give birth, to black boys, because black boys statistically grow up to be the ones that are committing some of the most heinous crimes against black women. As a matter of fact, recently, when you look into the stat of domestic abuse, it's going down in every race except black women, and then they correlate that to the fact that you have intimate partner violence, and a lot of the times these women are being used by black men. So I think it's all about delivery. It's all about delivery. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes other people have stronger deliveries. Like I like Cynthia, I like Tonya TKO, I like Paris Milan, I like B Taylor. What's the other girl name that B Taylor rock with? Yanni, Danica Marie, Six the Goddess. They all get their own little way of doing things and delivering, but I feel like it's all the same message. Let's keep going.
Because oftentimes, if you speak with logic or rationale, or you don't go to either side of the extreme, that's not really respected, because that is not speaking to the damaged part of someone, or more specifically, the damaged part of the black woman. And I really want to say that, you cannot trust people that speak in absolutes when it comes to men or women, because nothing in this world is absolute. So a woman that explodes onto the scene saying men are incapable of love.
And so I remember when Princella came to my channel, and I often, I don't often tell this story, but basically the story's like this. This is the truth. I had never really heard of Princella. I was going against the manosphere, and I saw her at a competitor of mine's named Aaron O. And one of my YouTube friends, his name is The Angry Man, he ended up running her off the stage with his belligerent behavior. So, having friends like B Taylor, she reached out to her, and she ended up coming to my show, and we was doing a reaction about how I believe she was, and I still believe she is, highly intelligent. She's extremely articulate. That's nobody can question how articulate she is. She's probably between her and Candace Owens, they probably the most articulate black women on YouTube. The one thing I liked about Princella is that she speaks about science, right? I still have the books that she recommended to me to this day, right? The Patent on Leadership book, and what's the other one called? So I'm not really, I wasn't gonna show my face, but maybe I just should do this. Look, I'm still in the fucking camera. I still have these books to this day. Patent on Leadership and Think and Grow Rich. Those are the books that Princella recommended. Those are the books that she built her foundation on. So when people would question her, she would say, well, y'all question my logic. My logic comes from a man. you would question me, but do you question General Patton, who was a general in the military, right? Do you question Napoleon Hill, who was a scholar himself? So I think that becomes the problem when we call people grifters. I don't think that Princella is a grifter.
While having a man, okay, that they are still married to, and that they still allow their child to be alone with, that should be concerning to you. That is nothing short of suspicious and hypocritical. Concerning a man to the scene saying men are incapable of love while having a man, okay, that they are still married to, and that they still allow their child to be alone with, that should be concerning to you.
Okay. Okay, let's break this down for a second. So, me knowing Princella in the time that I did know her, she was legally married, but she was separated from her husband. That's how the whole relationship with B. Taylor came about. I'm not going to speak no further on that. As far as her child spending time with the father alone, I'm a father. Why should I have to be around the mother all the time? But I get it. You're saying that if she's saying that if this man is incapable of love, then why would he want to be around his child all the time? That's why you guys should do more research, because again, I spent countless days and hours just me and Princella on a panel. As a matter of fact, I still think that Princella has the me and her Simp God video up. I hope you keep it up, Princella. It was a great video. And I do appreciate you. But let me say this. The whole thing about black men being incapable of love was built, in my opinion, from what I understood her principles to be, was that the fact that black men in particular, have not created any institutions that show black women that they were trying to protect them, that they wanted to stop the things that were happening to black women. That's just the facts. So when you look at examples, right, there are organizations that white men and white women have started. Let's stick to the men that white men have started in the name of protection, right? We don't have black men starting institutions or organizations for the most part, not all. There are some, right? Like New Era Detroit, but they might be 50 men deep, 100 men deep, if that. We're talking about institutions that when black women are looking at stats and saying, why are we dying, right? Let's take it off crime and put it on, I don't know, the black woman's mortality rate. Let's start there. Black women are dying, giving birth to black babies, right? You would think black men would say, you know what? Let's create a pipeline where we're going to institute medical programs from K through 12. That way, once the black man is about to graduate high school, he might want to become a doctor so that he can start saving black women's lives, so that they can want to give birth to more black boys instead of risking their fucking lives every single time they get pregnant by one of you fucking degenerates. So I think that's more or less what I learned from Princella, and what she was trying to say was, for example, when you look at the doctors in America, a lot of them are African, like like fucking Nigerian type shit. Why? Because those men, not all of them, put it out there, but there's a select group of them that want to begin to create a culture of Nigerians and Africans that's going to go into these fields. Why? So they can make sure when their wife on the table, whether it's him or somebody else, they know what they're doing and they know what they really got there. They got somebody's life in them, right there in their hands. I think that is the message that Princella wanted to push on. But again, that's just me giving my commentary. Let's keep going.
That is nothing short of suspicious and hypocritical. But once again, when you speak to the anger and distress that black women feel, oftentimes black women turn off their critical thinking skills. To have a woman
That's a crazy statement. That's a crazy statement, sis. To say that when other women speak to black women's hate and anger, that black women oftentimes turn off their critical thinking skills. And child,
It said this.
Job as a woman is to recognize what he's saying is the truth, and you act accordingly. Don't try to change his mind. Yeah. Don't try to reason with him. Let him say, and he's telling you the truth. He's telling you how they are. He's telling you how they think. I told you men are incapable of love. Stop trying to make them love. Women.
But see, you're triggered. Part of the reason why I watch your show is because you almost have the same sentiments without saying that key phrase, black men are incapable of love, right? Or men are incapable of love. Because Princella don't even like break down race. She talk about all men. But let me put this out there. What she just said was absolutely right. What woman would go into, because you're triggered? I'm a fan. I watched your videos about Shannon Sharp. What woman in her right fucking mind will go into Shannon Sharp's life and try to change who he is? Oh, the same type of woman that will go into a future life and try to change who he is? Or because, again, I watch your content. When Haley Bailey tried to go into DDG life and change who he is. Again, the ideologies are the same. There's no reason to feud, right? I don't think that you fully understand Princella. I think that maybe you should have a conversation with her or review more content, because in my opinion, the only thing that's going to come out of this is the manosphere niggas using this, trying to say, oh yeah, other women think she contradictory too, when they don't want nothing good for either one of y'all. Fear says a lot of these women don't realize they say the same thing Princella say. They just don't deliver. They just don't they don't like her delivery. Thank you, Fear. I agree.
Are the value. Y'all know what men are doing to women, and it's women's experiences with y'all that is making them leave you. See, you can't convince somebody who actually is having great experiences to see that they're having bad experiences. It's something that y'all doing to these women, and y'all mad because I got the wisdom to turn the light on in these women and make them stand up for themselves. Now, if that shit hurts y'all because you don't get to abuse women and use them, don't give two motherfucks.
See,
what's the problem? What's the problem? It's true. Let's go ahead and do it real quick. I haven't done it in a while, but now I got to turn off the background music. Now we got to pull out Gemini, because what she just said was right. Gemini, are black women abused more than white women, or are white women abused more than black women? Oh, let me take it. Sorry, it was on my Bluetooth, y'all. I got to ask the question again.
Psychological abuse and homicide compared to white women.
Can you repeat that for me?
Black women experience higher rates of domestic violence, including physical violence, psychological abuse, and homicide compared to white women.
So, I mean, she's right? She was putting women in a place where they wanted to decenter men. Now, people would say, well, she still have a husband. I mean, legally, because he hasn't signed the paperwork. But at the end of the day, no, she's not with that man, from my understanding. But let's continue. I want to hear the commentary.
to abuse women and use them, don't give two motherfucks.
See that type of clip of a woman defending women and standing up for women, and to also have a woman that constantly push the ideology that women are more superior than men and are the prize. And also say this.
Do this thing the right way. A woman should be the dominant and a man should be the submissive. That's
because y'all follow commands. You go do. You go do. And she gonna tell you what to do. Because here's the thing. If y'all don't have somebody telling y'all what to do, y'all are going to be reckless. And so women are...
She's right. Like, I'm very responsible. I work 6 days a week. I get to the bag. My kids taken care of. I've never been on child support. I'm married. Live in a fucking house. 2 fucking cars. Not no old shits too. Fully loaded. And so, but at the same time, men, I think we have a reckless nature. And my wife keep me grounded. And a lot of times, like, we about to have a real estate call in about an hour. Right? You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of great men have a lot of great women behind them. Or, let me not say behind them. I misspoke. Forgive me. They have a lot of good women beside them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can't relate to it being no other way. Who really want to be alone out here? But let's keep going.
Divorcing y'all in these relationships because they are allowing you to quote unquote lead, and they're being submissive. And since y'all can't lead yourself, y'all leading her into the ground. So
that's also happening. My wife talk about that all the time with her ex. How they stayed together for 15 years. How he didn't want to get shit together. We just saw Callie Bev. Callie Bev said that she was with her nigga, and for the last 10 years, she had to leave the relationship, and she didn't want to leave, and it led them to divorce. Literally. What Princella just said, I can go play the clip of Callie Bev right now, saying that a nigga could not leave her. And that's why she getting a divorce. Callie Bev. Come on now.
Here's the thing. The natural order is for the feminine to be the leader. If you give to the feminine, right? The feminine is always going to regenerate life and everybody's going to be taken care of. Y'all are territorial. Y'all just want the image of leadership. You just want to be out in public. I'm the leader, but all of the responsibility is actually on the woman. The leader.
Hey, that's how a lot of these niggas be. I done met so many of them that put everything else before the business. Only thing that's supposed to come before the business is family. And even then, that's a stretch. You got to know, you know what I'm saying, how to balance that one. Because in my household, I don't really put nothing before the money. That's a fact. Everything got to be paid for. Right? Bills got to be paid for. Truck got to be paid for. Gas got to be paid for. Mortgage got to be paid for. All of that. How you going to do that? You got to get paid. So at the end of the day, she's right. A lot of men in these relationships, they just don't want to work. And truthfully, I don't understand why. I don't understand why niggas so fucking lazy today. I think really the women are really out hustling niggas today. It literally make no sense. Let's keep going though, man.
Takes the majority of the responsibility. Male is fire. The male has to be controlled. If you do not control the male, you will set the world on fire. And that's what you see right now. The world is set on fire. So the feminine is water. Scorpio, it's water, right? You fight fire with water, right? So in my perfect world, there will be 20% men, 80% women to control. Fire has its place. You can use fire to cook food. You can use fire for a lot of different things, but you can't let that get out of control. and you allow men to exist at their capacity. You don't make men do things that they weren't designed to do. Men were not designed to raise kids. They weren't designed to do that. They're designed to do. They're designed to use their mechanical skills, right?
And it's crazy because the men would disagree with her today and then say, I don't got time to be there with them kids all day. I got to get outside and work. Bitch, I'm a man. Who gonna take care of this? Who gonna put food on the table? And then when she said exactly what they said, in her way, there's a problem. That's why I never understood the pushback with Princella. I never understood why they had pushback for her at all.
That's his whole biological purpose. You created him to only exist for sex. That's the male's existence, for sex.
Now, she went from that to this.
Men are narcissistic, but women are 1,000 times more narcissistic than men.
What do women want men to do?
The reality is women want men to be their personal slaves. Women want men to placate to this fantasy that they have in their mind. And women got a lot of fantasies. Women want men to be these aggressive vessels that have a woman's nature. This is what they want. It's like they want their cake and eat it too. So she's willing to cast any kind of man and put him in this role. And if he's going to play this role, he has to do every single thing that she wants him to do. Pay the bills.
So she's not wrong. What she's describing doesn't describe every single woman. But also your trigger earlier, my lady, you said that women basically don't have the capacity to think for themselves. And if a woman like her tells them what they want to hear, they'll forget about their critical thinking skills. I don't think that either your statement or the statement that Princella just said now apply to all women or most. I think it applied to a set specific group of women. We all know these type of women out here. I don't even want to go into the cliches of the thug and the nerd, all that bullshit. But no, thank you, Nate. She's not wrong. Is it applicable to all women? Of course not. But Princella is not wrong. And maybe, for the most part, your trigger not wrong either.
Keep your sexual organs only to me. I'm going to trap your eyes. You can't see no other woman in the world. You focus on me and on me only. And you give me all your money, right? And if he don't do everything that she want him to do, the relationship don't work. So what I've come to find out is men are narcissistic, but women are 1,000 times more narcissistic than men. Because women want to be the center of the universe.
You said in a recent video that I saw,
Mm-hmm.
well, in a video that I saw recently, that you realize how hard it is for men to be men
Mm-hmm.
after you dated a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Expound on that.
Okay, so like I just told you, I've been around males for 25 plus years. I'm a tomboy, ex-military, football, but I've never really had female friends. I grew up in a male dominant. So
that B. Taylor relationship really fucked her up. And I'm not even going to speak on that because I got mad love for Princella. And even though B. Taylor kind of like fucked me over as a friend, I got mad love for her too. You feel me? No beef with nobody. I actually hate that the whole situation happened to either of them, to be perfectly honest. But let's see if she expound on that.
I understand males a lot more than I understand women. However, I've been through the same things that women are complaining about with males. So when I first started my journey helping women, I thought that a lot of women thought like me. But I come to find out they don't. So my third girlfriend, because it wasn't the first two girlfriends I had, it was the third girlfriend that really made me see. And it wasn't just her. It was the responses that I got from breaking up with her from a lot of women. And
Oh my God. I haven't even watched. I was gonna watch that Tasha K interview with y'all, but I'm not even gonna do that. So, maybe I'll do that on like Discord or something or Rumble. But she did get a lot of crazy responses after she broke up with B. Taylor. And I tell you this, that's just what happens when you deal with women and men. It's not like this is only something that B. Taylor or a woman like her would do. You know how many women are in the fucking ground dead because a man couldn't take the fact that she wanted to walk away? At this point, I look back and say, oh, the only thing that somebody did was make up a whole bunch of bullshit about me on YouTube and send the police to my wife's house, fine. Could have been worse. A lot of women didn't make it back. So for me, even though I'm going to stand on business right now, I still to this day think that B. Taylor was wrong for how she handled that situation. But I'm not in a position to judge her, because I would have did the same thing. I would have went the fuck off if I felt betrayed, as she did. But let's keep going.
Realize that she was the one that made me realize that women are totally see, and it wasn't just her. It was the responses that I got from breaking up with her from a lot of women. And I realized that she was the one that made me realize that women are totally entitled and lazy. It might appear that women
are... hold on. Entitled, some may be. I don't think that, if we're talking about B. Taylor, I don't think she's lazy. We're talking about one of the top journalists, not only in Texas, but in the fucking country. Right? Let's not downplay her fucking what's the right word for this? Let's not downplay her resume, everything that she has done. Let's not do that. But I think once a woman falls in love with you, she's going to have a sense of entitlement. Men do the same thing. I think it's in our nature that when we fall in love with somebody and we want them, we feel entitled to their time. We feel entitled to their love, their bodies even. Is it toxic? Perhaps, but I'm just calling it what it is. It's just the facts.
Not lazy because they do the bulk of the housework and all this stuff. It might appear that they're not lazy, but the only reason that they're doing that is because they're trying to force men to see that they don't need any other woman. Like, women voluntarily take on all
that is honestly a load of BS. And when you hear something that is completely
yeah, I don't agree with that either, name. I'm gonna let Trigger cook though, because I fuck with her. So let's go.
Contradictory and nonsensical, you've got to understand that the person.
Thank you, Nay. Yes, we don't want to make it seem like B. Taylor don't have accolades for days, because that girl got accolades for years, but so does Princella. But let's let Trigger cook.
Is lying. They are a liar. And they're just using word salad and mumbo jumbo to trigger an emotion and not the critical thinking skills of whoever is listening. Because didn't she just say that the feminine is supposed to be in charge, and that the feminine gives and makes sure?
No, the feminine isn't supposed to be in charge, Lady Trigger. The matriarch is in charge, specifically in the Black community. And we have stats and data that backs this, like my claim up. Let's start here. 72 to 80% of Black children, boy or girl, are raised in a single mother ran household, where the Black woman is the head of the household and the Black woman is also the breadwinner of the household. Let's start there. Then we can get into who get more degrees. Then we can get into who open more businesses, who has more financial wealth to pass along, who actually benefits from marriage, right? I'm so sorry, I'm high as hell. From a statistical standpoint. So I think that for a long time, for too long actually, Black women have been forced to be the head of their households. Of course, that don't apply to me. I'm married, for fuck's sake. But at the end of the day, and of course I can prove that I'm not one of these lying niggas on YouTube. I have a marriage license issued by the state of Illinois. But nevertheless, I think Black women would say that the matriarch is in charge right now. Otherwise, again, we wouldn't have a whole bunch of crying ass niggas on YouTube. They would be somewhere married, doing masculine shit like making money, take care of a family, paying bills, getting pussy. No, they're online crying and fucking listening to Shannon Sharp podcast. Child.
That everyone is taken care of. The feminine is what is doing the work. But now women are lazy and entitled. And now the feminine only does things to get the masculine. Which is it? Are men supposed to do what the woman says or not?
I got this meme here loaded up too.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, Princella changed. Even I saw the changes as clear as day after the whole thing with B. Taylor. I think that, and she may never admit it publicly, I think B. Taylor broke her heart. And that shit does something to you. That shit makes you the worst version of yourself. When, like, why would you tell somebody you love them if you don't really love them? Why would you do that? Why would you tell somebody that you're gonna beat her for them if you're not? Why would you? What? I don't understand that. People do those things though, to get close to people, right? Or even to just use them for fucking emotional attachments and trauma. It's low-key ridiculous. Fucking, what do they call that shit? Love bombing.
Are men incapable of love and are the issue? Or was it women really all along? Because if you're such a tomboy and you've been around men all your life and you vibed more with men than women, then why didn't you realize how terrible women were all along? Why didn't you start your message off at going at women since most of your positive associations were with men? And if you didn't really understand women, like you said out of your own mouth, and you understand women and you understand men more, then why did you even pretend to have any insight on women and talk about how men treat women terribly? Not to mention that you said that one experience with one woman is what made you realize that women are entitled and lazy. Now, you can go off the one negative experience that you had with one woman and judge all women based off of that. Oh, and internet comments.
Yeah, this one Trigger is cooking on. I have to agree with her. I understood because I know both B. Taylor and Princella. But I was very disappointed to see that her message had changed. But if you're true to what you're going through in real life and you have an experience that counters your current thinking, wouldn't your message be subjective to change? Let me break it down. The part of the reason why it's really hard for me to be the simp god like I used to was because so many different bad things that happened to me happened at the hands of women. For example, I broke up with a woman. She called CPS and made a false report. Had to retract the statement so she don't get a felony and all kinds of shit. Why would you do that to me if you ever loved me? Another woman claims she used to love me. The moment we break up, now I'm a broke ass, little dick ass nigga that she had to pull up out Detroit in the poverty slums and teach me about hibachi and rice. Sending police to my house. Again, but I don't treat all women like I treat them. I don't allow how they treated me and the things they did to my daughter to affect how I treat women on a daily basis. Whether it's my wife, whether it's women I work with, or women I encounter here on the internet. I think that Princella was hurt and angry. And I've been there before, trust me. So I have no room to judge her. I'm hoping that she's healed now, because the Princella that I remember was one of the most smartest, if not the smartest woman I've ever met on YouTube. Like I said, I still have the books right here. Think and Grow Rich, Patent on Leadership, Strategic Lessons on Corporate Warfare. General Patton. Right? Lessons that I still exercise with me to this day. Lessons that I'm grateful for. So I'm just wishing Princella the best, and B Taylor for that matter. But let's push forward.
But you can't say men are the issue when you made a book talking about the bajillion archetypes of terrible men that are out there, or better yet, archetypes of terrible.
It's not a bajillion archetypes of terrible men. This is why I love Trigger. She's funny, but no, the 41 Shades of Men broke down 41 different personality types of men. That, again, with all due respect, Trigger, as a fan, you talk about all the time. From the DDGs to the fucking Shannon Sharps to the fucking raggedy ass hood niggas to the rich ass hood niggas that's raggedy like fucking Future to the other rich ass niggas that have all kind of babies that grew up privileged like Nick Cannon. Oh, trust me, there's more than 41 Shades. Princella only covered a few of them. To the men that go on here every single day like the one you cover, Anton Daniels. That's how I found your Trigger. Everybody know I don't like Anton. And she made a video criticizing Anton, and it was very good. But those are archetypes, my lady. And you often speak about archetypes. That's just the facts.
Men that are out there, or better yet, the thousands of women that trusted you and your platform and told you about their experiences. Does that make sense to anyone? I'll tell you, it doesn't make sense. And I'll tell you why, because what she's doing is following the Grifter's handbook, where the initial fan base is built off of the backs of Black women. The same with Black male celebrities that pander to Black women in order to build a name for themselves. And once they've done that, then you find out that they don't even desire or even like Black women. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan.
Including the other side of the equation where women are putting their hands on men and men are not calling up cops.
True. Yeah.
Women are very violent.
Somebody say statistically that ain't true. Statistics ain't calculating women's narcissism. Women are far more narcissistic than men. Women don't take no responsibility for shit.
Man, God damn.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
I don't believe that women are more narcissistic than men, and there's nothing that Princella can say to prove this. Nothing. And I respect her intellect. It's not a thing that she can say to prove this. Not to me. Not a single fucking thing. But let's press forward. I don't think that this is truly worth addressing.
And women think they vagina make them the center of the goddamn galaxy. Women are the ones that hold the, you gotta treat your mama no matter what, because I brought you in this world. You only get one mama.
And I kind of tell my kids the same thing as their dad too, but I carry on.
That's women. Women are the ones that think that they can hit a man and he ain't supposed to hit them back because he a man.
A lot of men actually feel that way as well. The patriarchy was actually built on that. Like, a woman hitting a man back was kind of unheard of at one point in time. It's actually something that was considered very disgraceful and dishonorable. And I don't know too many women that expect to smack a nigga in the face and don't expect to get hit back. I mean, but maybe because I grew up in Detroit, maybe, you know, shit just different. It's kind of like you put your hands on somebody gonna put their hands on you. That's just what it is.
Women think they can do any motherfucking thing they want to do to you, and you're just supposed to take it.
I don't think that women are that diabolical where they believe that they can do anything to you and you're supposed to just take it. No, I think most women are rational. I think if a woman decide, you know what, I'm about to hit this nigga with my car, she's not gonna think, well, he's supposed to get up and give me a hug and kiss afterwards, and let's go to fucking Benihana's and fuck afterwards. That's very illogical, and I don't believe that most women are like that. No, not at all, not even a little bit. Let's press forward.
And not call them out on their shit. Hit me, motherfucker, hit me. Hit me, you ain't gonna do shit, you little dick motherfucker. You ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. Hit me, motherfucker, pow. Oh, you wrong.
Yeah, women, a lot of women don't move like that. Hit me, motherfucker, hit me. A lot of women don't antagonize men that way. They just don't. Again, this is a particular type of woman. And then as soon as she get popped, no matter what she did, that man was wrong. Princella, it don't matter why a man hit a woman unless his life is truly in danger. She got the gun in her hand, she done shot around and shit. But men have no business under any circumstances beating on no woman. The problem that I always have with that, Princella, as a man, is if you feel like you can beat a woman, then let's go ahead and get busy. Clearly you a gangster. You like beating on people that you can't. Come on, let's get busy. That's when a lot of them dudes turn to pussy. Right? So I don't condone. Then you got to worry about them girlies having brothers, cousins, fathers, uncles, or even just niggas who, oh, somebody put their hands on you. Oh, we about to go slide. You got to be careful. Right? I think the best way to move is to just keep your hands to yourself. Just that simple.
I'm gonna call the motherfucking police because you ain't supposed to hit me. I'm a whole motherfucking woman. Narcissism. Happy wife, happy life. Narcissism. That's why I fucked your daddy and ain't none of these motherfucking kids yours, you weak dick motherfucker.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
In my almost 35 years of living, thank you God, thank you Jesus, hallelujah, I have never came across a woman that told me, oh yeah, that's why I fucked your daddy, nigga. That's why me and your papa got it on, you weak dick nigga, and these kids not even yours. Whew. I pray I never do. Let's go.
Say whatever the fuck she want to while she actively being abusive and think that a motherfucker ain't supposed to knock her the fuck across the Timbuktu.
No, Princella, no. If a woman is being abusive, fellas, the best thing to do is walk away. Or you'll end up like Shannon Sharp, losing everything over a fucking woman. You know how foolish that is? Hey, man. Hey, son, I don't have no more fucking money to give you in a will. What happened, papa? What happened to the money you worked for your whole life, papa? Oh, I smacked the bitch because I didn't have any emotional fucking awareness. And yeah, so, but papa, she was being abusive, papa. And Princella said these bitches are narcissistic. Don't listen to her, bro. She fucked up over R&B Taylor Coochie and shit. You gotta let that go. Look, cuz the best thing to do was to get up out of there. You feel me? And that's what I did. I got up out of there so I can preserve this money and nigga this legacy. You don't go upside no woman head. What's wrong with you niggas? Where's y'all niggas' fathers at, bro? Y'all gotta stop this shit. Bro, I don't give a fuck if my wife come in here screaming at the top of her lungs. You know what I'm gonna do? Roll a blunt. You good, mama? You got it off your chest now? Oh, she smacked me. I'm walking out. I'm not about to hit him, bro. No, y'all niggas is crazy. And let me put it like this. So I got twin sisters. I better not ever get that call. My sisters already know, don't even call me like that. Because I'm shooting right back to Detroit. blicky in hand. Stop playing with me. Come on, man. Yeah. And one thing that we always make fun of is black women abuse. This is not fucking anything to make fun of. This is not something that we need to be laughing and joking about, while black women are literally dying at the hands of men and some women. So Princella, you sound like right now, you sound like these manosphere niggas that say, oh, well, she must have provoked him. I don't give a fuck what she did. But she fucked his best friend. And so okay, let me get this right. You are so fucking emotionally immature that because she fucked your man, now you went up beside her fucking head. You don't deserve no pussy. You know what? Let me keep going, because at this point, I'm gonna say your trigger is right. You know, she's winning right now based on how she edited this video. But as I said in the beginning, I don't always agree with everything Princella says. I just believe that she's also highly intelligent. Let's stop playing. But this right here, laughing about women getting smacked, I find that inappropriate, and I don't believe that Princella really believed that's okay. And I don't believe that she was saying that in this moment. I believe in this moment, she probably was still hurt over that B. Taylor shit. And I know people gonna say, well, then he keep making excuses for her. Well, yeah, I will. This is a person who, again, blessed me and my child. And she didn't give up on me in a moment when I needed help. I'm not gonna give up on no black women. Not one. I'm the fucking simp God, nigga. Stop playing, man.
Femicide rates. You the one sticking in relationships, letting the motherfucker drain you dry till you ain't got shit left. I'ma stick by my man.
Now, I could have sworn that.
Child, she about to bring up that fact that she's still married. I also don't find that to be a problem. And I know for a fact if your trigger's listening, she's gonna disagree with this immediately. But I like Rashida. I think Rashida is very honorable. She has a very dishonorable husband. Kirk ain't shit. He had a baby with Jasmine outside their marriage. He broke their vows multiple times. But my wife, if she go out and break her vows, what the fuck that mean? Does that mean that I turn to God and say, well, guess what, God? Even though I literally in front of two families took vows. Fuck you now. Because she gave that coochie away. No, nigga. Just because somebody else want to be not a real nigga, don't mean that I'm going to turn around and get my stripes up. Fuck that. Y'all got the game fucked up. Real OGs, they understand that when you get married, you hold your partner down, period. Through thick and thin, through all that shit, like they say in the vows. When Princella's saying that these women are staying and they're being drained, my baby, everybody being drained. Again, I work 6 days a week. Mortgage $2,400. Got a 2024 Palisade. Note on that bitch $1,000 a month. That's a fact. Right? Got a 2019 Mazda too. We're paying for everything around this bitch. Every single day, me and my wife take care of our newborn. Right? So at the end of the day, I think it's all about balance. Please do what I need, and I always make sure you're taken care of. And as long as you have that balance and reciprocity in a relationship, you can't really go wrong. That's just my opinion. Let's go.
Shit left. I'ma stick by my man.
Now, I could have sworn that her first rhetoric was built on exactly that the feminine and women who have vaginas are the center of the galaxy and they should respect themselves as such. And, making jokes and laughing about men abusing or hitting women because they said something that he didn't like really is right on code for a woman pretending to be a man.
Child. Oh my God. First of all, the Michael Jackson phase always get me. Oh my God. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, that's how I feel too. Why the fuck are you laughing and making jokes about domestic abuse? Oh my God. Cringe.
But it's still disgusting nonetheless.
Of women are absolutely delusional.
Now, this is very strange to me. The whole switching up of her rhetoric of men are the problem to psych. I was just playing. It was you heifers all along. But my thing is, I never understood women putting their trust in another woman that says that she doesn't like men, that she's decentered men, but she's still married to one. You can get a divorce. You've chosen not to. And not to mention that, but you go to the man.
Oh damn, I muted myself. Child. Not me muting myself. So I disagree with this because, for one, you can't just walk away from marriage. My cousin, him and his wife have been separated for 3 years, and because of his refusal to sign the paperwork, they're still legally married. Even though she has a whole new man, he got a whole new girl with a whole new baby. They all live with separate people. Child, it's crazy. But legally, they're still married. The same thing with Marquette from Love in Huntsville and his wife, the one who's married to the one who's dating Ken, Trisha. They're legally still married, but she's literally with Ken every single day, fucking him, sucking him, being his fucking wife, basically. So I don't think it's that easy. But let's keep going. Sorry, I muted myself, guys. Let's go.
Section, to buy every solitary piece of clothing that you have. Is giving very much that you love masculinity. You love male energy. You don't hate it the way that you say, or you don't feel like femininity is the prize the way that you say. But I know that when I said that this woman was a grifter a long time ago, I was called everything but a child of God. And I really hope that now that more cracks are starting to appear in the facade of Princella, that you guys can see it now, just like I could see it all along. Because it was very, very easy to discern that this woman is a grifter. And you don't have to take my word for it. Like, you really don't. You can listen to her own words, which I made sure that I included in this video. And there are far more things that you can look up.
Hey, Princella.
You can also see the platforms that she chose to come onto. She was on.
Well, I mean, she's been on women's podcasts as well, right? I think those men invited her on because they wanted to disprove her beliefs, and they were kind of unable to do that. And what she was able to do was show women that these men don't know what the fuck they're talking about in these manosphere spaces in the same way that you do, my lady Trigger. So I think, again, you guys kind of do the same thing. You guys destroy the manosphere's rhetoric against black women, while at the same time, you guys both hold black women accountable. I mean, literally earlier you said black women at times don't use their critical thinking skills. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's fair to have critiques. That's all it is.
The Satan Sinners, a misogynistic, woman hating, especially black woman hating.
Yeah, I agree with you. Everything about Marquette. I can't stand that motherfucker. Personally. So, no pushback against Satan the Sinner. He's a pussy.
POS. Why would you ever give a scumbucket like that the satisfaction of having a discussion with you on his own platform, talking to Willie D and disparaging women and massaging his ego as to, how you were right all along, brother. Women are the enemy. Women, it's them women's, just like them. That is disgusting. And I can't understand for the life of me how she has a fan base at all still, because those are actions that should definitely prove to you that she doesn't mean what she says. I say this all the time, that you cannot go off of just what someone says. You have to go off their actions. And her actions are the actions of a woman that does not mean anything that she says. A person that contradicts themselves in everything that they say, like you can find a polar opposite in everything that they said. You can find a video where they say, oh, the red is my favorite color. But then you can find another video where they said blue is their favorite color, or yellow is their favorite color, or green is their favorite color. Those are not people that you can trust. Truth.
I'm 63 years old. You know why? Because I'm extremely mature for my age. I don't fuck with kids. That's why I say I'm not dealing with no woman under the age of 30.
Because she mature, bitch. Why you dating a 23-year-old? Why you sucking dick, bitch? Why are y'all still sucking dick at 50?
All right, look, guys, I got to get ready for this real estate call that me and my wife have at 10 o'clock. But with that being said, I will be back, okay? And if I don't, check out the pre-recording. I'm going to put this down and do some editing. With that being said, I will see you guys later.